Hi, my name is Micha Archer, and I'm here to read my book, Daniel Finds a Poem. This is Daniel, and that's Chipmunk. And Daniel Finds a Poem is part of the Pennsylvania One Book Program, which is a wonderful program that I'm so happy to be part of. So let's begin. Daniel finds a poem. Daniel sees a cricket. Daniel knows all the rocks, trees, and animals in the park. He's meeting dog right now. There's some birds watching him, and there's a squirrel, even a kitty. On Monday morning, Daniel sees something new on the park gate. A sign reads, "Poetry in the Park, Sunday at 6 o'clock." There's the sign. "What is poetry?" Daniel says. He looks up in surprise when he hears Spider say, "To me, poetry is when morning dew glistens." Can you do this with your hands? Morning dew glistens. Let's see what happens next. On Tuesday, Daniel climbs the old oak tree. He sees Squirrel. "Squirrel, do you know what poetry is?" Let's see what Squirrel says. "Poetry is when crisp leaves crunch," Squirrel tells him. Can you do this when you say crisp leaves crunch? So now we have morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. All right, after Tuesday is Wednesday. On Wednesday, Daniel calls into Chipmunk's hole. "Chipmunk, can you tell me what poetry is?" There's Chipmunk hiding in his little hole, in his nest with some acorns. Poetry. Poetry is a home with many windows and an old stone wall. Can you do this? Be like Chipmunk and peeking out of the old stone wall. So now we have morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows and an old stone wall. So after Wednesday is Thursday. On Thursday, Daniel makes a boat with a leaf for a sail and watches the wind carry it across the pond. He calls quietly to Frog, "Frog, what is poetry?" "Poetry," says Frog, "is a cool pool to dive in." So you all know how to dive. Put your hands like this and dive. Good. So we have morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows and an old stone wall. Cool pools to dive in. What's after Thursday? Friday. On Friday, Daniel parts the cattails. These are cattails. And finds Turtle. "Hello, Turtle. I have a question. Do you know what poetry is?" "I think poetry is sun-warm sand." Can you do this? Everyone loves to lie in the sun-warm sand. So now we have morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows and an old stone wall. Cool pools to dive in, sun-warm sand to lie in. After Friday is Saturday. On Saturday afternoon, Daniel finds Cricket in the shade of the slide. He likes it where it's cool. When the shadows are long, Cricket fills the air with music. Is this poetry to you, Cricket? Singing at twilight when the day is done? Indeed it is, Daniel. So crickets make their sounds, their singing, by rubbing their forewings together. And on their forewings, there's these little bumps. So when they cross each other, they go, brrrt, brrrt, brrrt. Can you do that? So now we have morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows in an old stone wall. Cool pools to dive in, sun-warm sand to lie in, singing at twilight when the day is done. Okay, let's see what happens next. That night, moonlight fills Daniel's room. He hears I have to make the owl sound. Leaning from his window, he calls to Owl, Owl, what is poetry? You see where Daniel is right there? Oh, poetry. Poetry is bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. Good night, dear Daniel, she whispers, and flies off into the night. So when we do this, we're going to go bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. So let's do it all together. Ready? Morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows in an old stone wall. Cool pools to dive in, sun-warm sand to lie in, singing at twilight when the day is done. Bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. Okay, it was a Saturday night. What comes after Saturday? Finally, on Sunday, the sun wakes up Daniel. He's happy when he remembers it's Sunday. Today is poetry in the park, says Daniel, and I have a poem. Okay, let's see where he's gonna go. There he is at the park. Oh, look at all of his friends and family are there. And look who else is here. Frog, chipmunk, turtle, squirrel, spider, cricket, and owl. So now we can all say the poem with Daniel. So if you stand up nice and tall and be proud, and now we're gonna say it all with Daniel. Ready? Morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows in an old stone wall. Cool pools to dive in, sun-warm sand to lie in, singing at twilight when the day is done. Bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. And there's another page. On the way home, Daniel stops to watch the sunset sky reflecting in the pond. That looks like poetry to me. To me too, said Dragonfly. And that's the end. So the way I make these pictures is I use scissors to cut out the shapes. So I create all kinds of papers for myself to work with, and then I cut them out. And cutting out makes it so I have these nice, sharp, clean edges, and I can make all kinds of decisions. So these papers are made with tissue paper layering, and then I use these homemade stamps so that I can get great patterns to work with. On this one I used a great hole puncher that punches out a whole bunch of different size holes at once, and then I glued them onto the spider web. So I had to learn how to make a spider web just like a spider does, and then put all these drops on it. So it's fun. Collage is fun. You should try it. See all these? I cut out all these leaves. Sometimes I fold the paper so I can cut out 2 at once. So that's how I do it.